Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Absolutely Not podcast. If you're wondering why I am sitting in a hotel room, or if you're listening to this on audio only, this is the most boots on the ground. In the words of Nene Leakes, welcome to the ghetto operation you have ever seen. I am in Los Angeles. I just finished the Grammys last night doing the red carpet, which we're going to recap. But usually I go to the studio here in LA. And this is not me shitting on LA, okay? I'm a gal from the South. I understand what happens when extreme weather comes in, but we had a torrential downpour these last 2 days and everything is closed. When I say the podcast studios, which is in a giant elevated building, I don't know why my podcast studios are closed, but either way, everything's closed. So my sweet, dear angel baby Emily is here. She ran over. She had to walk up 6 flights of stairs because the elevators are out of my hotel. We have the camera set up. We're doing this in bed in my hotel room, and I'm recording on GarageBand. This could not be more boomty of an operation. But you know what? This just goes to show how fucking dedicated I am to the podcast. Because what would happen? The episode would the episode would be late on Wednesday, and some woman named Shirley would be giving me a fucking attitude about it. Little did she know that Emily had to walk up 6 flights of stairs at the Edition Hotel. Little did they know that I had to find fucking galoshes to put on to get through the mean streets of LA, only to find out that my podcast studio is not open for business. So I don't want y'all to ever say that I don't give you 115 fucking percent. I've been doing this podcast for 4 years. All right? I work hard, okay? I know I look like hell right now. If you're watching this online, I look like hell, okay? I'm in my new Aviator Nation sweats that I bought for 20% off at the hotel at the Wynn Hotel in Vegas. If you can see this online, I have a spray tan that looks like I have been jerking off people from Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. It's all over my hand. I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess. But we're going to get into why I'm a mess and what an incredible weekend this was. So let's start. I feel like I need a microphone. I'm not holding anything, so I'm going to hold the channel changer. What do you call this, Emily? Do you call it a remote? I call it a clicker. Clicker. Emily's from Boston. She should know this. My mom calls it a clicker. So I'm always like, where's the clicker? The doohickey, the thingamabob. Anyways, all right, what are we doing? Okay, let me get settled. Hold on. Thirsty. Water break, but it's an espresso break. So let's start off the weekend. We went to Vegas, had an incredible show at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Also, in Vegas, you never know what you're going to get. When you're doing a show in Vegas, you don't know if the audience is going to be blackout drunk, if they're actually your fans, if they're people who just got free tickets, while playing roulette because they're high rollers. You never know what you're going to get. Such a great audience came out on Saturday night. It was so much fun, but it was wild. We had one woman named, was it Beatrice? Not Beatrice. What was her name? It was Beatrice adjacent from Alabama. I was doing my Alabama football bits, and then this woman halfway through the show I became unhinged, unbridled with not joy, but maybe rage and anger, and just started shushing me in the middle of my show. I mean, we're maybe 90 minutes in. I'm about to do the closer, and she's just shushing me. She then started screaming, "I'm Miss Alabama. I'm Miss Alabama." Which I replied, what, in 1963, which was an ageist joke. I apologize, but I don't apologize. So anyways, it was an absolute shit show. So much fun. And then, you just get this one woman who just kept screaming, "I'm Miss Alabama." And I was like, you know what, ma'am, it's time for you to go back to the craps table. I don't know what to do right now, but I gotta wrap this up. So as always, though, Vegas, and shout out to the Wynn Hotel for putting us up, making it right, keeping it tight. We always have a great time when we're there. But we got through the show, and then we got to go to this cool experience. Griffin, the DJ, if you don't know Griffin, he's incredible, had a private room for us at Delilah. His wife was a fan, and one of our other friends, Brooke, had grown up with his wife. Anyways, long story short, I got to see the real side of what it's like to be a what am I talking about? A Vegas DJ. Guys, I'm so fucking brain dead today. It's unbelievable. So we go to this secret dinner at Delilah, which is just like the best spot at the Wynn. And Griffin came to my show. Guys, I've never had a DJ at any of my shows. And let me tell you right now, I told you this last summer. My goal for my time off was to learn how to DJ. Well, I didn't never got the real lessons on how to hit the ones and twos because I never had a professional. You know what I mean? It's like when I plan on picking up my golf game again, who am I going to call? Mel Reed. I'm going to call Maria Fosse. I'm going to call real professionals. I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to watch a video on YouTube on how to get good. I want to go to the pros. I've got money now. If you don't think I can buy my way into being better at things and the common folk, then I'm not doing it right. If you got a couple bucks in your pocket and you're not calling a ring a professional, then what the fuck are you doing? I mean, my God, the whole reason of making money is to just hang out with other people who also have money. So anyways, long story short, we get to go to this cool dinner. I was so flattered that Griffin came to the show. I am sure that he was a little like, what the fuck? Was my show. He said he had a great time. He's a golfer, so he loved all the golf jokes. But I am sure that he kind of was like, who is this fucking woman? Because he's cool. He lives in Palm Springs. You know what I mean? He was like flying on vacation the next day, doing the damn thing. The DJ life and the stand-up comedy life could not be more different, okay? Now, granted, we are both treated like kings when we perform at the Wynn. He had the same suite I had. It was the same operation. But I definitely think when you're a DJ, it's you're dealing with a lot less riffraff. Or you know what? Actually, I could be wrong. I did ask Griffin, and I don't want to speak for him, but I said, what's the most annoying thing that can happen at your show? Because you see at my shows, I have random women just scream that they were Miss Alabama. He's like, there's nothing worse when somebody puts up on their cell phone, like, play Kelly Clarkson. No hate, no shade to Kelly Clarkson. We love Kelly Clarkson. But, he's like, I have my set list. I know I love mixing songs. I love to play my own music and I love to play other people's music. But there's nothing worse when somebody just keeps saying, like, play Cardi B. And he's like, I'm not in the mood to play Cardi B that night. So, in a way, comedians and DJs, actually, now that I think about it, are kind of similar. We can get heckled. I mean, having somebody throw up a sign in the middle of your set saying play something that you're already not playing is kind of like getting heckled. I mean, it's like having a woman scream, I miss Alabama. Ma'am, no one gives a fuck. If nobody wants to play Kelly Clarkson, we don't want to play her, but we love her. But it just doesn't mix sometimes, going from Kelly into Pitbull into, I don't know, the Vanga Boys. I did ask Griffin if there was one song he hated to play. And he said he doesn't hate to play any specific song because he loves music. But I did ask him to play Who Let the Dogs Out, and he did a deep eye roll. So I was very disappointed that, and we were buddies, like we were boys. We were hanging out in his suite. I got to see the whole operation, how he mixes all the music beforehand. He takes days to get his set list together, and he's really, really, I mean, he is an artiste. He plays his own music, plays his own instruments, but he also mixes his mixes are insane. So I was seeing how he put it together, and I was like, I love seeing inside the operation. There used to be a show on Bravo with James Lipton, and it was called Inside the Actor Studio. And if you don't think that was my porn, I mean, I would watch that and watch like Meryl Streep get interviewed on like, her process and how she got into character, and that's what I would jerk off to. I mean, that stuff makes me hot and horny. So seeing behind the curtain, if you will, I like to see how the suit gets made. Nuts to bolts, baby. I like to see how I just said on camera and on GarageBand that I jerk off to Meryl Streep. I'm sorry, Emily. I'm so sorry. To my audience, I'm sorry. I'm on a roll today. Anyways, all this being said, that's what I really enjoy seeing people's processes. That's why I love a documentary. I like to get in. I like to see what makes people tick. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes. Regardless, I was very grateful that DJ Griffin let me inside, behind the ropes. So I knew that I had to be on a flight at 8 a.m. I had a 7 a.m. call pickup time the next day. I wasn't drinking. I was like, I can go see how how the cookies crumble, if you will, see how the bread gets made, and be fine. I'm able to go out and have a great time with no alcohol. It's one of the many perks about me that makes me such a superior human to a lot of other people. But we went to the DJ booth, right? So we're at Club XS at the Wynn. He didn't go on till 1 a.m. I said, listen, Griffin, my boy, I want to see this set, but I can only stay for 45 minutes because my ass has to be rested because I got to get up and do the red carpet for the Grammys tomorrow. He's like, girl, I get it. Come for the first 45 minutes. You're going to get the whole vibe of it. I'll put you up on stage. You can hit the foghorn. Next thing you know, you're going to be live, laugh, loving, and you can, be getting some shut-eye because I had to rest. I'm very professional. Oh, I didn't put my phone on silent. He's like, you can be live, laugh, loving. And he got it. He got it. From one true professional to another, he got it. So we roll into Club Excess. We're in the DJ booth. Dude, it was the wildest experience I have ever experienced in my life. First of all, we're walked down there with security and entourage. It's a whole thing. Now, when I get walked to my comedy shows at the Wynn, of course I have a security guard. Shout out to Colt. He's my boy. But it's a lot less, there's a lot less people. It's a lot more chill. Nobody fucking recognizes me. I'm in my Aviator Nation suit that I bought for 30% off at the shops at the Wynn. You know what I mean? I look pretty road hard, put away wet. People see me on stage, and the first thing they usually say at a meet and greet is, wow, you're so pretty in real life. Because usually on the internet, I look fucking busted. I look like, I look like I have been sucking dick underneath a bridge for cocaine. It is what it is. I have two modes, crack whore and Marilyn Monroe. So anyways, we're walking, we get there, we're at the booth. They have their own bartender. I'm making sure everybody gets drinks. I'm drinking my water like a good little girl. And then all of a sudden, Griffin gets ready to jump up into the booth. And it was electrifying, right? He gets on the mic, he's hiding below. And I love a shock and awe. He's hiding below. And then the foghorns go off. It's like, here, here. And then he pops up. Almost like a little gremlin. He pops up into the DJ booth, and it was electrifying. The crowd goes fucking nuts. Everyone was losing their shit, losing their mind. It was absolutely out of control. He invited me to jump up. I got to stand there while the beat was dropping. And it was to the song Titanium. Slow down to mama, I am titanium. I'm a little hoarse. I can't really hit the notes today. I just need to go ahead and apologize to Josh, who is my audio editor for this podcast. I'm so sorry. Anyways, so I'm standing up there, and I realized in that moment, I'm like, dude, I'd be a fucking great DJ. And I hate when people say, oh, I'd be a really great comedian. People say I'm funny. All my friends say I'm funny and I should try stand up. No. Hey, Mark, you shouldn't. All right? It's too late. Don't do it. But when I stood up there and I felt the roar of the audience, and I was conducting the audience as the beat was about to drop, like a fucking maestro. Not maestro. Mastro's is a steakhouse. Maestro is a movie that Bradley Cooper was in, and I think he got nominated for an Oscar. So regardless, I just felt it. And I looked at Griffin, and I just turned to him as the beat was about to drop, and I go, what the fuck are we supposed to do? And he just goes, have fun. And it was fucking epic. So I had my moment. I got to see behind the scenes, the nuts and bolts, how the soup and the tortillas were made. I don't know. I'm just trying to find examples. What things are made? How the Ford, how the Chevy Bolt is made, and then I had to put myself to bed. I'll tell you what though. Even being sober as a damn gopher, sober as a damn judge, that 7 a.m. wake up call comes quick. So next thing you know, I'm on a flight. Shout out to JSX. Fantastic operation they got running back and forth from Vegas to LA. So we get on the damn flight. I literally had the shakes from being so, I think pumped with adrenaline from being in the DJ booth. And we get there. I go straight into hair and makeup. Shout out to Kiki and Jamie and Sonia, my glam squad that just got me suited and booted for the Grammys. And then I was right onto the red carpet. It was crazy. So from 7 a.m., I'm in the makeup chair at 10:30 in the morning. I am out the door at 12. I am on the red carpet at 12:30. And we were boots on the ground, interviewing everybody. Y'all, the Grammys was such a wild operation. First of all, it was absolutely downpouring. Torrential, monsoon, tsunami, all of the weather elements that I could throw at you were happening, okay? It was water break. It was an absolute shit show. So I'm there early. I'm able to stay dry. But now you're shoved in. What people don't realize, when I did the Emmys, I had my own booth. I had a little platform, if you will. I had plenty of space. It wasn't bigger than a I don't know, two bathroom stalls you'd find at a random softball game put together. But I had space. I literally had, maybe take two rulers. A ruler's what? 12 inches? 12 times 2 is 24. I had 24 inches of space. Okay? That's including cameras, producers, publicists, everything. So I got my glam squad hovered in the corner trying to stay dry. I got Emily getting the behind the scenes footage for social media. I mean, we are literally neck to neck squeezed in. And when I say the Grammys was the wildest experience, because the Emmys, you'd have a publicist bring somebody over, they could wait for a while, we could chit chat, but it was like one after the other. The Grammys, you're just literally yelling like, over here, Jelly Roll, over here, hey Doja Cat, come here. Now I have publicists and producers that are then going and trying to grab the talent, but you are fighting for your fucking life. And I'm like surrounded by real journalists. So I'm like elbowing other journalists. Shout out to my girl Donna from the Today Show. She was next door. She and I were kind of playing like a cat and mouse game. I said, Donna, you take this one. I got this guy. It was the wildest experience. But it was really crazy to see the big stars like a Doja Cat, like a Dua Lipa, like, I don't know, Olivia Rodrigo. They were absolutely not going to do any press. So they come in and you could hear them. It was the wildest thing. I felt like I was at fucking Met Gala. You could hear them, Doja Cat, over here. And they're just like running down the red carpet. Also, there's like 12 inches of water. Everybody's soaked. People's feet are going numb. You could hear the thunder and the lightning. And I said, this is it. This is how I'm going to die. Fighting for my life, trying to get Doja Cat to come over and do a damn interview on the red carpet, soaking wet in Los Angeles. This is not how I saw it going down. Okay, I'm not a reporter. I'm a comedian. Anyways, long story short, let's talk about Doja Cat. Doja Cat had everything out, nips out, bush out, full. I mean, what's the point? You know what I mean? She was running down the red carpet. And she had this nice corset dress on that was pretty and see-through, sexy. But I realized that her areolas were just bouncing off the top. And I thought, oh my God, she had a nip slip because, she was running through the rain. Her dress got a little tousled. That was it. So I turned to Emily and Jamie and I go, guys, Doja Cat's nips are out. Then when I went and saw her posed photos on the damn red carpet, nips and full bush out. And I said, that was part of the look. I didn't know. I thought I was helping her out. And she was running down the damn red carpet, and everyone's yelling, Doja, Doja, Doja. I yelled, your nips are out. I thought I was helping her. Because I've been in so many experiences in my life where I'm running through the airport, my nipples out, and somebody else, hey, Heather, your nips are out. I thought I was being helpful. Turns out it was a part of the look. And that's what's different about the Grammys as opposed to the Emmys. People on television still have to deal with networks and everybody signing off. You can be sexy. Remember, in the television biz, you want to look hot enough that somebody wants to have sex with you. That's how you sell a show. But you don't want to look so hot that you're working the red carpet with your nips and your bush out. But the Grammys is different. It's rock and roll, baby. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their labias loose. That's the music biz. So I really thought that I was yelling at Doja Cat to help her, but I didn't realize. When the photos came out, Emily pointed out, she goes, Heather, that was a part of the look. So either way, shout out to Doja Cat for just doing her thing. I feel like I'm saying Doja Cat a little weird. Doja. It's Doja Cat. Oh my God. I don't know why, but from now on, I will only refer to Doja Cat as Doja Cat. Guys, we're unhinged. I don't even know how this podcast is happening right now. So anyways, it was just the wildest thing. And then when Taylor Swift came, you guys, it was like, I almost thought there was a tremor. I almost thought there was an earthquake happening because the way you could feel the energy and everything was rumbling in the red carpet in this giant tent and of course she came at like 4:59. The award started at 5. She was there at the last second. And when I say I have never seen journalists, paparazzi, it's all media. It's all people. You have to be highly credentialed to get into the red carpet. But when I say she must have been surrounded by 200 people trying to take her photo as she was, elegantly walking like an angel from the Lord down the red carpet. And it was mind-blowing. I'd never seen anything like it. She's tall. She's beautiful. I think she might be vitamin D deficient because I definitely feel like she could have. I definitely think somebody needs to put that kitty cat outside for a little bit. She was wearing white and is very fair skin. Now, granted, I got a spray tan in Vegas, so I definitely look like I have been jerking off Oompa Loompas. But regardless, she was like an angel. She was just so beautiful and creamy. That's the best way to describe Taylor Swift, creamy. I know that some people don't like the word creamy, but she just, in the white dress with the fair skin, she looked creamy. It was effortless. She had this long train. She just looked creamy and delicious. And now I'm making it weird, but either way, it was the wildest experience. I have been around Oscar winners. I have been around A-list stars, but to literally be standing next to I would say the most famous person, and fame, I'm not attracted to fame, but I do think it is wild to see how people were falling out in this media tent for her. It was so eye-opening. And so I'm yelling at Taylor, like, Taylor, over here, Taylor, you look gorgeous, never look better, like an angel from the Lord. And I do think she looked my way. Everybody at E! News said she did not look my way. I think that's a lie. I think they don't want to admit that my catcalling to Taylor was getting a response. I think everybody was like, oh, Heather, stay humble. This is the second award show you've done. You think you're a fucking journalist now? Okay. You think you're Ryan Seacrest? You're not. But I do think when I yelled, you never look better, she responded. So you know what? Fuck all of you. Anywho, it was just the wildest experience. It was such a pivot from the Emmys, which was just, I don't know, it was different. Interviewing TV stars and interviewing musicians. When you interview a musician, you don't know if they're going to be high, drunk, in a K-hole, going on an artistic journey. They could be on ayahuasca. It was a totally different vibe, and I had so much fun. So shout out to E! Entertainment for having me. Thank you. If you want me to do any more of the award shows, I'm ready, and I'm gonna be ready. I'm working on my New York, reporter voice. Hey, over here, Bradley Cooper. I'm ready. If you want to have me back, I'd love to be back. So anywho, that was a recap of my weekend, and then Sunday night, in the words of Hilary Duff, let the rain fall down, let it wash away. It was a shit show. We left the tent. We were safely under the tent, and then we had to get back to the Ritz. When I say it was hell fire, we were fighting for our lives. I had a sweet security guard walking me back. By the time I got back to the hotel, I was drenched, soaked to the bone. Dogs were barking, and I said, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. So it was such a cool opportunity, but man, what a 24 hours. And it was a lesson for myself. Every moment I was trying to enjoy every single moment of the weekend, but it's hard when you have the next thing happening and you got to be somewhere else in the next 10 minutes. And, I know a lot of us, our lives are go, 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 go. But I had to keep telling myself, I'm going to be present and pleasant in this moment and enjoy it. And man, what a fucking whirlwind. And I did have a moment while I was running through the Wynn Hotel trying to buy something materialistic to fill a void, probably because I don't have children in my heart. And I was in Aviator Nation buying this insane purple jumpsuit that I'm going to wear on my flight to New Zealand. And I was giggling with my friend Brooke and Emily, and we were just laughing our asses off. And I said, you know what? I feel so richly blessed that I get to perform comedy, that I get to say I'm coming back to the Wynn, that I've got a comedy show tonight, I'm doing the Grammys the next day, and then I'm going to Australia. I'm going to do shows in Australia. I have dreamed about this life for so long. So I want you guys to know, thank you for letting me do this. Thank you for letting me scream, Doja Cat, on the red carpet. I feel so unbelievably blessed and grateful. And I'm just very appreciative. Just know that. And to the woman who came to my show who kept screaming, I'm Miss Alabama, please do not come to another show. Anyways, it's just been a whirlwind. So, today was another humbling moment. The streets are flooding. Everything's canceled. All the meetings that I had before I'm leaving the country are all canceled. And we're just, it's boots on the ground. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You got to keep it going. So I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I was going to just give y'all a soft recap, but all I know is I'm very grateful to be doing what I'm doing. And, I think I make a fairly good reporter. So hopefully we're moving in the right direction this year. I got a little anxious. I'm slowing down the tour. We're going to Australia. Then we have a couple more shows. And then we're going to wrap up this tour. And then I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. And I think I've subconsciously been very nervous about having to write a whole new show because this is my baby and having to start from scratch again. And I'm anxious about finding out whether or not the pilot for NBC gets picked up. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm going to find out in the next couple weeks. And anytime I found out good news or bad news, I've had to be out of the country. So I said, you know what? Tonight I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to go to New Zealand, have a cool experience with my husband, and then fly to Australia to meet my, new people in Aussie and perform for, on a totally different fucking continent. And I just feel like I got to keep moving forward in the right direction. And what will be with this show. I've worked my ass off for 7 years to get this television show picked up. And they'll either give me the call that it's going to happen or not. And if it doesn't, thank God I'm in Australia. That's all I got to say. Thank God I'm in Australia. If I'm going to either mourn or celebrate, it's going to be on Bondi Beach. Anywho, I think we have one voicemail that we're going to get into. Let me see if I can pull this up. And then I'm going to let y'all go. I know it's a short episode this week, but I apologize. It has been such a fucking shit show. Trying to get everything done. But we're here. Hold on. Oh, the lighting just changed. Okay. To wrap all this up, if you're in Australia, please get tickets at heatherontour.com. I'm going to be playing Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. I am so excited. And hey, if you're in New Zealand, come say hi. I'm so excited. I'm going to be going to Queenstown. I'm going to be drinking wine. I've got to get out. The only way that I can start the creative process over again to write a whole new stand-up show is to get out in the mean streets of the world and experience some shit. So I'm excited to have a nice little break. I'm excited to spend some time with my husband and then be on the road with the crew all over Australia. And remember, we got another show coming up with Netflix as a Joke Festival. That's going to be in May in LA. I'm probably writing a whole new hour for that, so check that out. And then I'm coming to Kentucky, Salt Lake City, Sacramento, a couple other places. So please get your tickets. We're going to be wrapping this tour, and then you're not going to see me on the road for a hot second unless I'm out trying out new material. So get your tickets at heatherontour.com. Leave your comments on YouTube. Let me know how I'm doing. I'm fighting for my life over here. But I wanted to say, DJ Griffin, call me. I'm ready to come to your house for a weekend and learn. Oh God, I have the hiccups. Learn how to be a professional DJ, because I do think that feeling that rush and that high on stage in Vegas was like nothing I've ever felt before. And I'm either going to start snorting Adderall or become a DJ. And I think the latter is safer for my family. I love you. I mean it. Sorry for the short episode this week, but thank you for always tuning in. And I'll see you next week on the Absolutely Not podcast. Arrivederci, ciao bella.